These windows haven't opened properly since we bought the house in 2008, and they're the original windows from the late 60s when the house was built. But this episode, we can finally let some fresh air into this house. This is such an amazing milestone to reach in my recovering in hoarding disorder because we've decluttered so much stuff out of this house that now we can focus on home renovations and the workers freely going in and out and installing new windows for this episode. And many of you who have hoarding disorder know that that is our worst fear, is people coming into our house and us being judged by the amount of crap that's blocking all the entryways. And now that fear is gone, because when they come up to the house, when they walk into the door, there is a nice open space that they can walk into instead of worrying of tripping over something on the floor. And the first room that is getting a window is the kitchen right over here. Now, I included this as a clean with me because, well, let's face it, I gotta clean the dishes and stuff in front of here, right? Even though there's not clutter for them to trip over the floor, there's still a bunch of dishes that need to be washed on this countertop. So as I show you the windows, we are also going to be tidying up and cleaning as well. Now, the window in the kitchen hasn't been open since we bought the house in 2008, and it is definitely an original window from 1968. And when hubby tried to crank it open, the mechanism didn't work. We barely had it cracked, and we decided it was best to just keep it shut until we got a new window. Well, now's the time because I just look so forward to having these windows open when I'm cleaning or doing the dishes. And speaking of dishes, I'm going to have my oldest help me by putting away all the clean dishes and bowls that are in the drying rack. That way, I can start washing all of these dishes that have accumulated on the countertop. The next room that is getting a new window is Tyler's bedroom. And for the most part, it's really not that bad, especially looking at what the playroom used to look like. All we have to do is make the bed and clean up some things on the floor right here. Now, the most important window for us to fix is the one in Tyler's room, because this doesn't open either. God forbid if there's emergency, you can't get out because this top panel falls when you unlock it. One time I almost caught my finger in between it. It almost caught it because the way it'll just drop down. So you cannot use this window. So this one, I'm so happy we're getting fixed. And since this is Tyler's room, you will be doing a clean with me with Tyler. Now, for the most part, I keep my kids' faces off camera, even though they desperately want a full face reveal on my videos. I only allow maybe quick glimpses, and then the rest, I just capture the back of them. It's just for me and my anxiety and protecting their privacy. But maybe one day I will allow that face reveal. But for now, let's just clean with Tyler as he picks up his things, put them back where they belong, and tidy up his room. Next room that is getting a window is our full bathroom. And it's not hoarded, it just needs to be wiped down and clean, and camera shy hubby will be cleaning this off camera. But let me show you the window. So this one actually does open up, but you need something to prop it because over an hour it'll slide back down. So I always have to have something propped up in between it to keep it open. And we're also getting the windows done in the master bedroom, which is not so bad, honestly. We've kept up just a little knick-knacky stuff here and there, something easy to declutter and clean up. Like this, these two things can be decluttered right away. And that's basically all that has to be done in the master bedroom, except for moving some of hubby's things underneath the window. But now let me show you the windows that I call the haunted house windows. There is a crack in the glass right here, and there is a lot of dust and cobwebs in between the screens because you cannot open the window to get in there to clean it out. There's also a little spider web right over here, and oh look, his victim. There is even a dead butterfly. This is a butterfly graveyard, along with some very suspicious dirt on the outside of the trim to keep the burial ground sacred, I guess. I don't know. But these windows are awful, and I cannot wait for these ones. And the last window goes into my little bathroom. And yes, the vanity definitely needs to be decluttered and cleaned off before the gentlemen come to install the new window. And I'm actually happy to say that this window is probably the most functioning out of all those ones I showed you, because this one actually opens up without the aid of a prop or any object to keep it open. Now, the only issue that I do have with it is that, well, there's a ton of dead bugs that have crawled in here, which, that's more of a cleaning thing. But in the winter, there is a very strong cold draft that comes through the crack of this, where I have to roll up a towel and stick it in there. That way I can keep this little room warm. So that'll be nice not having to worry about that this winter. And now it is time to clean off this vanity space. And I was just thinking, isn't this awesome? This is only going to take me probably 20 minutes tops to put everything away, to clean the countertop, to get it where I want to look. And that's awesome. Like, this is such a simple tossy. I mean, 2 seconds for me to toss that out? Where before, this would take me episodes upon episodes and days to get this space back to where I wanted it. But because we've strengthened our decluttering muscles, we made decluttering and cleaning a positive experience where it doesn't trigger my anxiety or even my OCD that much anymore. I can quickly get this ready and get this room back to where it should be. And that overall is probably one of the greatest rewards, because now it's easy and I'm not stressing out over somebody coming to my house tomorrow to see my hot mess. And now it is the next morning. They're here, ready to install the windows. I did my part. Everything is clean and tidy. There is full access to each and every window. And by the way, there's a big hole in my kitchen. There is a big hole in my kitchen right now, but that's cool. I'm so excited to see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm at work right now, and man, I wish I was home right now so I could see the windows being installed. It's going to be a long day at work because I had to go in today. It's Monday, and well, actually the next 2 weeks I'm going to be working every single day covering for vacations. But yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait to go see the windows finished. I wish I could record some of the process of them putting it in, but unfortunately I can't. So we'll just have to be excited and wait and see when we get home. And now, after what felt like the longest day at work, I am finally home to come see what new windows awaits in my house. And the first spot that we went to was the kitchen. Oh my. This is an upgrade for sure. Now, this is a crank, and I have to get used to this middle. I didn't think this middle bar was going to be as thick, but the fact that the windows open up, because it is a very odd size window, it was a custom window, It means everything that I can let fresh air into this room. And next, let's go into the main bathroom. And we did decide to go with the frosting on the window for privacy reasons, because we always used to hang a towel over it. And it looks very nice. Does she open up nice and smooth? Yes, she does. Now, I did notice this piece. This is an extra piece, hubby said, and we just have to take it out. They just left it in the windows for us. And the most important window was Tyler's bedroom, and it opens up beautifully. We don't have to worry about a window falling on us or losing an appendage or anything like that. Just up and down and let the fresh air in. Next, it is our master bedroom. Of course, they still have the pieces in there, but look at this beautiful window. It no longer looks like haunted house windows to me. No. You can open it up, let the fresh air come in. There are no dying insects or animals within the windows. It looks fabulous. And lastly, it is my little bathroom, and now I want to paint this trim white and maybe get some new curtains. We are upgrading now, right? But again, I went with the frosted window in here because I can't even tell you how many times I looked out and like my neighbor was there. The houses are kind of close, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the bathroom. So of course we went with the frosted for privacy for that as well. And it beautifully opens up so that I can let the fresh air in if I'd like. And let me tell you, this is so awesome that we have got to this point of being able to install new windows. So you may be wondering, well, why didn't you get a brand new bay window? That thing desperately needs to be replaced. And you're right, it does. But the estimate for this was between $4,000 and $5,000. And I did not want to take out any debt for it because all the windows we installed today were paid in cash from all those no spend challenges. And I just kept putting money away. We were able to pay it in cash. And as we continue each and every year, adding new home improvements that we've been dreaming of, I will not take out debt for it. I will pay it in cash as best as I can. So maybe next year, I'll get that big, beautiful bay window. But for now, I'll be thankful and grateful for what I have. And I am thankful and grateful to all of you for being my friends and my family and encouraging me along my journey of recovering in my hoarding disorder. Thank you all so much.